7 days a week we are busy. Now I have to do a lot of things. Have you ever thought when this doing things comes to an end? We never think this. We have been running after the business of professional life, personal life, family life, relationship. How many times we ran after them and what problem you have solved? Tell me. We have not solved any problem. That is why we are busy. Any problem you want to solve in the world can never be solved unless you change the direction of your mind inside. You eat the best food in a restaurant, after 24 hours, again you are hungry. You go to the restroom, so you will stop going to the restroom. Again, you have to. You talk to your friend, honey, I am very sorry. You have to say sorry again. Or you reacted today, you are going to react tomorrow. Did you ever recognize this craziness of the mind, when this is going to come to an end? So when we don't recognize, we continue doing it habitually, instinctively, impulsively. Now we are baby boomers. More than 60 years we have been doing the same thing to bring the peace and happiness in your life. Are you in peace and happiness? Eastern wisdom gives you a perspective by these principles to understand and think about your life. Science gives you a perspective to solve the challenges of the external world. Eastern wisdom gives you the perspective to think and contemplate about yourself, who you are. Will you continue to have the same problem? Political party changes. You are not a politician, still you have a lot of stress. Unnecessary. What will happen? Whatever happens to everyone, it will happen to me. No. But I'm more patriotic than anyone. So suffer. We have stopped thinking. We are more than a machine. We want to move like a machine, and that machine working is the animal mind. That is what we discussed in the last session, the four functional aspects of the mind. Can you think? Just for 24 hours, say goodbye to the mind, whatever the mind brings in the thought, feeling, and emotions from the past, memory, or the present. You, for 24 hours, you say goodbye to the mind. No, I'm not going to listen to you. The peace and the calm that you will experience, you cannot imagine. We don't want this. Why? We are busy. Busy for what? To get more stress today, to get more anxiety today, to suffer little more, so that we can be philosophical. Oh, I have been suffering for the last 20 years. We enjoy, our big ego says, Look, I have been suffering for the last 20 years. Our ego, negative ego says, we don't want to see the peace and happiness in our life. At least after 60, we should change. We should change. Give child a candy, he is happy, he starts jumping. And after 6 years, I'm senior, I'm full of knowledge. Okay, full of knowledge. Your honey says, I'm extremely sorry. He gives you this candy, you are happy. The next day you'll be sad. The quality of the candies have changed. Candy is the same. Means my mental attitude is the same. Our candy has a qualitative difference. But still it is candy. You start jumping. Oh, he said sorry or she said sorry. You see? I'm just pointing you out. Mind is the cause of all the problems. Mind is the cause of all the solutions. And if the mind dictates, the intellect means lack of thinking, lack of perspective, lack of finding the cause and effect relationship. When there is no cause, you see the effect. That is delusion. So we are caught in a delusion. Take the same example of a candy. Child crying. You give, come on, have a candy. He eats the candy and he is happy. What is the effect of pleasure? Eating candy. What is the cause? So if I want to know the cause, it means candy contains the ability to stop crying and to give you the pleasure. Does the candy contains that property of stopping the crying of a child or giving you the pleasure? No. So when you don't find the cause in an effect, that is delusion. Where is the cause of your reaction? Where is the cause of your anxiety? Where is the cause of your stress? Outside world. My honey, this person, that person, this food, this situation, that situation. And if you start searching the cause of your reaction, your anxiety, your suffering in a situation, in a person, in a food, you don't find it. We are living in a delusion. That is why we are very busy. We want to create another set of delusion every day. That is why we get upset every day. That is why we react every day. That is why we retrieve the past memory. I will grieve today. Why? My mom died in 1985. 15 plus 25, 40 years ago. I will grieve for my mom. Why? Because she was my mom when she died 40 years ago. Lack of thinking. This is the second aspect. We deliberately create a situation to be unhappy. And then we are searching for peace and happiness. Come on, including me, we are all baby boomers. 60 years we lived our life. Do you want to live your life in the same way as you lived for 60 years, or do you want to change? Do you want to leave the legacy of reaction, anxiety, stress, or do you want to leave the legacy of peace and happiness, wisdom? choice is yours, not. Eastern wisdom leaves the choice on you. Think, think. So, four rooms of our mind: gaining wisdom through self understanding. That is what we covered last week. And again, four rooms of our mind: Eastern wisdom for this generation. We have to find, we have to master what? We have to master the mental landscape. If you do not master this mental landscape, nothing is going to happen. We will continue running. We will continue reacting and doing into anxiety. Keep a smile. Don't have a. You should not have a sad face. I'm talking not to create a very sad and depressed face. I will also be depressed. You are in majority. So I'm only talking, so don't create it. I know some of your mind might be thinking, this crazy guy, he does not understand my problems. That problem continued since you were born and still it is continuing. Why don't you understand this one? And that problem comes because of my wise understanding of the world outside. It is an ignorant, deluded understanding of the world outside. That is what the Eastern wisdom is pointing out, and we have to use the intellect. Lack of thinking, we have to move to conscious thinking on every issue, every problem. So, what is that conscious thinking? It finds the cause and effect relationship. I'm simplifying it. And if you don't find the cause, I should have the ability, capacity, power to drop. It has no value. My ego, my ego. You insulted me. When 10 years ago, I still remember. You insulted my parents. Where are parents? They are in heaven. The heavenly parents called you at this moment to fight with your mind. We are very wise. We think we are very wise. That is the third instrument. And the fourth, we retrieve the memory. Four rooms of your mind. If you don't master your mental landscape, you have billions of dollars, nothing, no peace. You are most beautiful. You are Miss World or Mr. World. You will not be in peace and happiness. Do whatever you want to. I have to move from the lack of understanding to start conscious thinking, lack of thinking to conscious thinking. Conscious thinking means asking the right question to find the cause of an effect in my daily life. And I can tell you, I'm always free, except when I'm giving the sessions. Otherwise, I'm free. Why I'm free? Mind is free. Does the world makes you busy? Does the world outside makes your mind busy? Ask yourself. Mind has millions of the thoughts pertaining to anxiety, reaction, duality, ego that makes me busy in the world. World does not make me busy. There are more than 100 items lying in my room. It doesn't make me busy. if I don't master my mental landscape, peace is not possible, happiness is not possible, joy in life is not. We have not lived in peace and happiness and joy for 60 years. Now is the time. Change. Now the time. Why the time? Because you are learning Eastern wisdom. At least you are committed. If you don't master the mental landscape, peace, happiness, joy, love, not possible in your life. You may have the best partner, richest partner, whatever, what more adjectives you can add it. You will not be in peace and happiness. Don't I realize in these 60 years? Think, I'm saying just think, I'm not giving you a blind principle with a blind belief. I'm asking you to think, conscious thinking, not lack of thinking. The moment you have a lack of thinking means absence of thinking. Do animals have a think or they have an absence of thinking? Yes, absence of thinking. That is why they keep on repeating the same thing again and again. The old lion still thinks he can fight with the young, so he can mate, and he is defeated. He is hurt. Now he cannot catch the prey because he fought with it. Conscious thinking means no more fighting. I feel defeated. Defeated not in a sense. It's not the time. You see, no animals have a conscious thinking approach. So that is why lion remains a lion throughout the life. They follow the same compulsive, impulsive, instinctive approach. Nature has programmed them. We want to move by the nature for the last 60 years. Now the time. Why? We are learning Eastern wisdom. Now is the right time. Don't learn. Follow the herd. Continue to suffer. This is what the master is saying. That inner instrument, I said, mind collectively is known as the inner instrument. Structurally, it is one. Functionally, it is four. Mind, memory, intellect, and the ego. It is like a Swiss knife. It is like a Swiss knife. Swiss knife means, it has many tools, and every tool has to be used for the right purpose. Memory is one tool. Find out if you are living with your partner or any of your friends. Find out the best moment when you both were happy, you appreciated, he or she appreciated you. Memory, Swiss knife. Use the right tool for the right purpose. Did you get that? Why I'm comparing it with the Swiss knife? Let our mind be an unbiased reporter, not a biased reporter. How dare you insult me, my honey? When you get insulted by your friend, you come while crying and you calm down. Do you see that? It might have happened. It happened to me, I must admit. It might have happened to you, whether you remember or not. Mine has to be unbiased reporter, just the facts. Water in the mirage, this is a fact. Let me inquire. So when I inquire, I don't see any cause of the water. By delusion, the sand and the sunlight created the water that appears, but it is not true. I feel anxious because you talk to me in such a reactive manner. A person's reaction, I feel anxious because it reacted my false ego, false I. Does the false I exist? No. Water does not exist in a mirage. Think, conscious thinking. So conscious thinking, cause and effect. Which tool of the Swiss knife does it? If the Swiss knife is the mind, buddhi, intellect, the wise judge, making sense of it all. You inquire, you find out. Ego, the I in the team, your sense of the self. I have a full sense of the self. I'm your husband. How dare you say this? Really, husband? Your husband? With reference to the body. Are you the body? No, I'm not the body. But she insulted me. Me means what? Body. Remove the confusion. If you are the body, it means I am the body. He inserted the body. Body takes the insert. There is no way the body is inert. It is a matter. It doesn't know itself. It does not know anyone. So body has taken the insert, and that is what the delusion is. It does not exist. Today's session can transform your life if you really understand it. Will have always a smile and calm on your face if you understand today's session. Leave aside years of learning. You are conscious. Mind, don't do this. Don't start chasing the cause of an anxiety, reaction, duality outside. It is fake. You are in peace. Memory lane, your personal history. I have started with the personal history. Find out on a single day you are busy trying to get peace and happiness in your life. In the last 60 years, can you tell me a single day which passed in peace and calmness and joy without any moment of anxiety? No. So it means why I am busy. I never think of it. Now the time. Whenever you say I'm more experienced, I have seen my life, I have, whatever we say also that I have made my hairs gray because of my experience. That is why you are crazy. Because all the 60 years you lived your life in being busy, being anxious, being reactive. 4 rooms of your mind. You have to change the landscape. If you do not change this landscape inside by thinking consciously, sitting down, corner the eyes with eyes closed or open, you think. No lack of thinking. Lack of thinking will retrieve the past memory. I will grieve today why my mother died when 40 years ago. So if he wants to ask a question, yes, you can ask.
You
A
can
question.
ask. Yeah, so there's the four room, the intellect, the
Speak
ego.
loudly, I
Speak
don't hear
loudly, I
you.
don't hear you. You don't hear me?
Yes, now
Do
I
you
hear
yes,
you.
now I do.
Yes, now I
Okay.
hear
Yes,
you.
now I hear. So there are four rooms: the memory, intellect, ego, and the thinker. I'm not sure I really fully grasp the thinker.
Thinker
In
means the
thinker
mind.
means the
Simple
mind.
thinking
Simple
is the
thinking is
mind,
the mind,
mind and
mind
memory,
and memory,
intellect and ego.
intellect and ego.
So when the
So when the
mind thinks,
mind thinks,
where is the
where is
coffee? I have to go to this place. It is the mind. Simple thought comes to your mind, enters into your mind, and you get carried away by the mind. That is what the thinker is. But if you add thinker plus a decision maker, that becomes the intellect. That is intellect. Four functional aspects. And now, once you have made a decision, the moment you see I made a decision, the I has come, the ego has come. Your decision is made based on the past memory, so the memory has also come. That is what I told you. I'm going to grieve why my mother died when 40 years ago. So it is minus the decision maker, it is minus the intellect. Conscious, oh, you did not find the time for 40 years to grieve? I was busy. I was busy. So that busy means what? The same mind, the animal mind is engaged, obsessed in the world outside, searching for peace and happiness where you did not find it. So if I did not find it, now I remember, so let me grieve. So another unhappy moment in your life. I'm not saying that we should not, but if we, what is this craziness? So unless you change the mental landscape, you can do the practice for 50 years, will be no change in your life. No change in your life. You are the judge of yourself. You have to find out whether you are changing or not, whether you have dissolved the anxiety, reaction, duality, and a conflict from your life after listening and learning and practicing these principles of Eastern wisdom in the last 1 year. If you have done so, you follow it. If you have not done it, it means you did not follow the Eastern wisdom and still you are learning. Means what? The mind, that mind, lacks the thinking, conscious thinking. You are not using the intellect. You have a Swiss knife, but you are not using the tool available to you. Today I am in peace, and what will happen tomorrow? Today I am relaxed. What is going to happen after an hour? The lack of thinking. Lack of thinking will invite all the stuff from your mind. That mind moves into the world searching for peace and happiness. We have discovered, we have found out peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom are not outside in the world. We have understood, we have experienced, we are frustrated. How long? 60 years. Did we learn? No, I'm still busy. Remain busy. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed. Please, position and the posture. You are aware of the space outside. You are aware of the space outside. Very good. You are aware of the place outside. So when I say you are aware, it means you are also aware that there is no unease in the place where you are sitting and the position of the position and the posture. But if you are, it means you are not thinking. Meditation, we simply, I have not to think. How can, without thinking, thought is a product of knowledge. You think, you understand, then you follow the practice, and the thought is gone. So, you don't apply the intellect, mind remains distracted. So, place, you are aware. The intellect says, do you know the place? Here I'm sitting on the couch or on the floor or anywhere. I feel this sensation. Yes. That sensation tells me that there is a comfort. There is a sense of ease. Okay. Can I continue? Yes. Then comes being comfortable. So being comfortable is, I told you, is change the direction of the mind. Simply change the direction of the mind. You park the car outside and you see in your neighborhood, lot of noise. You are not reacting. Why? You know, you enter your home, close the door. Finished. That is means you move the mind inside. How? Look at the entire body that is your house. I'm trying to make you understand through all the means possible. But still, if you don't get it because of you, we don't want to change our mental landscape. That is very clear. And if there is any other reason, tell me. Maybe that I don't know, you know it, so I can help you. So the moment you look at the entire body as your home, and then you look inside, then your mind finds the emptiness, and that emptiness takes you to a comfort experience. So simple. If that is not simple, what else is simple? Just check it again as if you are going out of your home and just check it again. Going out and going in. Going out and going in to your home. How? The entire body. So when you see the entire body mentally, you feel the sensation. No, I don't feel the sensation. Your mind is traveling somewhere else into the memory lane. What should I do? Feel the sensation, and then you experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Now we move to the next step, that is we're being carefree. So what is this being carefree? After entering home inside, as a metaphor, I explained. Now check what is left. The noise, I still hear the noise, but not disturbing. Same way, same way you are aware of the thoughts coming and going, but not disturbing you. Is that state? Are you in that state? Are you in that state? If say yes, you are careful. That is the meaning of what? That is the meaning. Let the thought come, let the thought go. Let the thought come, go, stay. You are not at all affected. Let the noise coming, oh, but yes, it is not disturbing. Now there is no thought, no noise coming from outside your home. Finished. You are carefree. We have to understand that part clearly. If we do not understand, practice will have no result. And now we are going into the second. Next step is the long and the hissing breathing into the chest. But today we will intensify it. How? We will do it 2 rounds. So look inside the head in the space or heart in the space. Check that you experience the sense of emptiness or darkness or... Okay, so now start breathing long, deep in the hissing breath into your chest. And you know, the chest should expand and contract completely with every inhalation and exhalation. Long, deep, hissing breath means what it does. It expands your rib cage and contract it. What the hissing breath means, a little noise. Why little noise? To keep the mind conscious. Otherwise, it falls into unconsciousness, the same habitual attitude. Are you doing it long, deep in the hissing breath? We are doing 2 rounds today. Continue. Continue to only 2 minutes, 2 times. So it is the first we are going to complete. If your mind says, oh, this is terrible, it means even 2 minutes we cannot do. Now stop it. When you stop, allow the breath to go to normal pattern. Watch the breathing becoming normal. Breath is coming out and going in. You experience the sensation of relaxation, freshness, calmness. For some time, we experience the strain on the rib cage because we expanded the rib cage fully and contracted fully. This is going to help you a great deal in not only in taking care of your heart and anxiety and reaction. You are still watching the breath. You're just looking at the breath. It's a happening stage. You see that the craziness of the mind. I ask you to do something, mind says, I have a problem of doing. I cannot do that long. And if I say you simply watch the breath and still the mind has a problem. So we have to change this mindset. That is why we are doing this breathing practice. But anyhow, by this long, deep in the hissing breath, it increases the oxygen concentration in the brain and the blood. That is one reason it brings an experience of freshness, etc. Get ready, look deep inside. We are going to do the second round. So look deep inside your forehead or the heart in this space. Be sure you experience the space or the darkness or emptiness and start breathing long deep in the hissing into the rib cage for 2 minutes. Long deep in the hissing breath. Here, breathing long deep in the hissing, total expansion of the rib cage is there. If you have not done before, rightly, you may experience in stretching and the squeezing effect of your rib cage. Let it happen. Let it happen. Do not stop in the middle if the mind likes to stop. We ask the intellect, and the intellect says to the mind that I will continue to do it. Don't disturb me, and then you do it. And now stop this breathing, allow the breath to be normal. Just check what force allows the breath to move to the normal breathing pattern. Watch the normal, so-called normal breathing, breath going in and out, and in the background also experience chains of experience. A sensation of relaxation or freshness or calmness. But if you have done correctly for the first time, normally extreme expansion and extreme contraction gives you a sweet stretching on the rib cage. We need that. So if you are experiencing, no worries, because it is happening because of the long expansion and contraction of the rib cage, because of your long and the deep hissing breath. That is helping you to increase the oxygen concentration, causes the freshness and also the focus. Natural focus is there. So now we'll move to the next step of look at the breath. You look at the breath going in and out. You're consciously aware. That is the job of an intellect and the false eye also. You're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. That is the job, decision maker is the intellect. So the breath is just happening. Happening means you're not doing anything to the breath, just watching. Experience the feeling of the breath going in and out. In the background, you experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And in that sensation, comfort, and steadiness, you also experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Very good. And now, when the breath goes, first understand Shantuham. Shantuham means I am the peace. That is the meaning. So every time you drop the mantra, you understand I am the peace, and then you look into the space. The space is the image of the peace. So what we do, the moment the mind, the breath goes in, Chantuham, mind drops into the space, breath comes out, Chantuham, and space, Chantuham, space, Chantuham. Continue. Happening part is the breath is moving on its own, you're not changing the breath. On that, you watch the breath going in, then you drop the Shantuham. That is the doing part. So, dropping Shantuham, the doing and happening part. Parts are there. So, the doing part is you're dropping Shantuham. Happening part is you still watch. The breath going in and out. So we are aware of happening part and doing part. Doing part is that simple. Dropping the Shantuham and the breath going in and out. And what? We are aware of the happening part. I will chant the mantra 3 times, Om Shanti Shanti, and then what? You have to do it mentally with the same tone in the rhythm, but it's purely mental. Mentally. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms. Place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences and bring the hands down. Are you, Sophie?
I'm very good, Girish. I was really, there was no thoughts whatsoever.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's a good
That's a good
experience.
experience.
Very good
How,
experience.
how are you,
How are
Reed?
you, Reed?
I feel similar to what Sophie just said. I
Good.
feel a kind of inner, a kind of peace.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. How are you, Anne?
Yes, I feel very good. I feel like in
Good.
a quiet joy. I
Hi.
mean, it's a joy, not jumping up and down, but
Yeah,
feeling it in my heart.
yeah, joy inside is the real joy. When we do the joy with the jumping, how long we can jump? No, few minutes. So that joy is related to outside, but the joy inside continues. Beautiful. How are you, John, sir?
Hey, Girish, I'm fine. I try to do these breathing exercises, but my breathing returns to normal after 2 or 3 times.
Ah,
Ah,
during the
during the
practice of long
practice
and
of
the
long and
acing
the
breath?
acing breath?
Right.
Yes, the
Yes, the
mind is,
mind
that is
is
what
that
you
is
have
what you
shared
have
your
shared your
experiences in
experiences in
last few
last few
sessions. The
sessions. The
mind
mind
forces you to
forces you to
return, and that
return, and
mind
that
is
mind
full
is
of
full of
past
past
impressions.
impressions.
So that
So that
forces,
forces,
but you
but
have to
you
use
have to
your
use your
intellect. No, let
intellect. No,
me
let
do it.
me do it,
And then the
and then
change
the
will
change
take
will
place.
take place.
Good. How are
Good. How are
you,
you?
Charlie?
I'm good. I felt like
We don't hear you. What happened?
okay. Can you
You're
hear me now?
smiling, but what happened? That much we can see.
Can you hear me now? No. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. It felt like when you teach a child to pat your stomach and rub your head, or rub your stomach and pat your head, all the things I had no space for extra thoughts, because there was it took all my concentration to do the breathing and be in the peace, and I totally got lost in that because there was no room for anything else.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
Beautiful, beautiful. She saw she is totally absorbed. Maybe some problem with her sound and volume. So she says she's totally absorbed inside. She lost. It is always good to be lost in the journey of the Eastern wisdom than getting lost in small things outside in the world. That is all for today. We will meet again. Thank you very much. Namaste.